Wuxia is an odd genre, simple at its core, but one of those martial arts ones where you can either make it very simple or very complex. Wushu is literally a game that is describe things and it'll work, so roll some dice, lamau. Wandering Heroes of Ogre Gate is on the other side of that coin. Using a very simple D10 dice pool system, you take the role of, well, Wandering Heroes of Ogre Gate. In mythical fantasy China, you'll be martial heroes, the Wuxia. You could say as you battle, fight, schmooze, and party across the land. And that would be it, really. However, this is a tome, a nearly 500-page monster, because this game has options, and by options I mean a massive amount of things to consider with its systems. The game is primarily a skill-based system with a total of 6 skill categories. These categories have between 6 to 9 skills each, often with 2 to 3 sub-skills for each of the skills, some of which have particular sub-effects on things. For example, the mental category has the reasoning skill, which then has the recollection expertise. This isn't too complex when you're looking at it, but it takes a lot in initially. Now add this on top of the defense skills, which aren't rolled but instead act as target numbers for other characters to actually hit you. Or the fact your combat skills are broken down into arm strikes, leg strikes, grappling, throwing, light melee, medium melee, heavy melee, small range, and large range. Now on top of all the skills, you also get combat techniques, which are a unique way of fighting, all of which can drastically augment your character's abilities, such as being a blind swordsman, having counterattacks, or simply being able to shoot from a horse better. Or wait, you also have flaws, which can net you some additional bonuses and penalties. Oh, and don't forget your sect and your sifu, which can change your character drastically, or your reputations being split between how your allies versus your enemies actually see you. You may see the issue already, however this is nothing compared to the martial arts section. Split between 4 generalized techniques of external lightness, internal, and pressure point kung fu, with each of them having a cathartic or regular usage, there are 200 individualized kung fu maneuvers that characters have access to. Some of them have different requirements, others require particular styles as well. You will start with 6 of them. Each of these have different effects, abilities, factors which set them apart from one another. There are counter moves, movement abilities, pressure point attacks, attacks that scare people, attacks that involve rocks, abilities that can heal people, abilities that can harm other people, or just straight up saying no as you just power through an attack. This is insanity, and you know what? I kind of dig it. It's an older school of design for sure, but even reading through it, I was interested in seeing the little combos and abilities play out, with all the martial techniques and characters being born from the rules before me. Combat is pretty simple once you get over how the actual system down. It's just beat target number, then try to beat their hardiness. But adding all the little factors together, the characters become pretty in tune with what you're looking at. The only real issue is that it's incredibly overwhelming and there's a lot of little pointless shit in it. As everything that has details you'd expect with the pure number of skills and abilities, you end up with things like ride camel, a common problem in high skill games where you have very dedicated skills for particular situations, and useful skills like being able to defend yourself, medical knowledge, or attacking people better being on the same tier. However, I hear you all sing out, what about Righteous Blood and Ruthless Blades by Osprey? Well, surprise, because this is a double feature, baby! Righteous Blood and Ruthless Blades is a simplified version of the Wandering Heroes of Ogre Gate system, cutting down a lot of the skills and abilities in favor for a more streamlined experience, focusing on a particular genre of wuxia. And it's so close to being good. But here's the thing. I don't care for Righteous Blood and Ruthless Blades. Where Wandering Heroes had me invested in its system and world, I kept Righteous Blood at arm's length. My friend and I laughed at it more than anything, going through some of the most ridiculous shit that's deadly serious. Things like killing aura and drinking limit are fundamental parts of the experience and read like the most middle school level edgelord tier things imaginable. As you level, you're building things such as killing aura and your drinking limit in tandem, but it's different from your killing aura darkness, which is how many people you've killed in the most extravagant way possible. However, outside some funny things, the process of streamlining took away a lot from the core of Wandering Heroes, including a lot of the martial arts. Replace almost wholly by signature moves and counters. With only 9 levels in the game, which by the rules of the game can take upwards of years of playing in the same campaign to increase, you'll gain 3 signature abilities as long as you don't take a fire deviation, and if you do, you'll gain a maximum of 7. But those fire deviations can kill you, and also make your character mechanically useless. And that's not all, because everything is special in this game. Every signature move is so unique and special, but it's still only a single move. So you want to take the exciting moves, but maybe not the optimal ones, because you simply won't get them as written, and unless the GM hands you those moves. Overall, Righteous Blood Ruthless Blades is trying too hard, while not really delivering the same enjoyment I got out of Wandering Heroes. But here's the odd thing. I like Righteous Blood's curated system more than Wandering Heroes, but I want Wandering Heroes' more detailed martial arts and systems. If Righteous Blood is on one side and Wandering Heroes on the other, I want a game dead center, a mythical game that's streamlined and simplified version of Wandering Heroes without compromising all of Righteous Blood's complete removal of those options. So to summarize, grab Wandering Heroes if your group is ready and willing to engage with its deeper systems and nuances, but avoid Righteous Blood if you're looking for a more curated version of Wandering Heroes, because it takes away too much. Recently, The Strange Tale of Song Ling has crossed my desk, so maybe that's the ideal creature I'm actually looking for. My name is Notepad, and this was a double feature of Wandering Heroes of Ogre Gate and Righteous Blood Ruthless Blades. If you like what I do here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And as a hearty thank you to the plutocrats. Also, the writer for Righteous Blood and Ruthless Blades' screen name is quite literally Deathblade. God, he's hilarious.